Thank you for joining us for another Movie Lingo discussion. I'm Eddie Lingo.
I'm Jessica Tripp.
Aaron Michael.
Welcome.
For the first time, welcome. Okay, and we are here to discuss a spoiler-filled version of La Llorona.
The Curse of La Llorona.
Thank you for correcting me on that. All right, so if you haven't seen it by now, shut it off, come back after you watch the movie, and then play this review, okay? So we're going to just basically get into, like normal, the things that bother us about the movie. We know this in the same universe as, The Conjuring, Annabelle. They're trying to keep this all tied into the same universe.
Which they did not spend enough time on.
And did they do it well? We're going to get into all of that. All right, so first, Jessica, I want to start with you. Tell me, how did you feel about this movie? And just go all in. Don't worry about, just give us everything.
Quickly, I will say, it started off very strong for me. I had really high hopes for this film, because it really did. It was like, okay, great, I get the storyline, I know where we're going with this. They started off very strong, but then, of course, the ending.
The ending ruined it for you.
Was so disappointing, and just so, it was just, it lacked.
It just fell short.
Because they had a really strong idea, and they sort of brought that together at the end. But then they just kind of fell short, where they were like, you know what? Actually, we're not going to go with this. We're going to go this direction. So it didn't make any sense.
Do you feel the same way?
Kind of just changed tacks like halfway through.
Yeah.
For the ending. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And they did not connect it to the other movies enough. Like there was 1 second where it was kind of connected, but not.
So let me ask you, do you think that the reason it failed at the end is because they detoured to try and make it connect and that just lost the focus of the overall story? If it would have stood alone as its own, would it have been a better movie?
If they had done that, I would have understood a less cohesive ending, but they didn't. They didn't even spend the ending to connect it. They just spent the ending for shock value or something.
I guess they threw that in to connect it with The Conjuring and with Annabelle. They threw that in. It was a brief moment, and you were like, oh, okay. But then it was exited so quickly and brushed aside that
you felt like you
I was
do more.
robbed. Yeah, I was robbed. I wanted more. I was like, okay, if you're going to put this in here and connect them, then let's play off of that. That's totally not.
But I don't want to take away from how much I enjoyed most of the movie.
So let's hear about that.
I really enjoyed most of the movie. I didn't think I would because of the subject matter.
What did you like?
The whole moms killing babies thing was hard for me to sell into at first.
Right.
It was a really difficult subject.
But most of the movie I felt they did really well, and they made me like scared and jumpy and invested in the storyline.
The jump scares weren't too predictable.
Jump scares were good.
They were good. They weren't too predictable. They weren't too many. You didn't feel like it was forced.
It was believable.
Yeah, it was believable.
It was believable
Until the end. That's what was annoying.
That really hurt.
Like it was a great movie until the last 20 minutes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so but everything prior. So with everything you saw prior, despite the ending, you know, obviously with the success of this franchise, this universe that they created, there will be another one. Will you watch it?
Yes.
Yes, with hopes that it will be better the second time around.
Yes.
and also like, I'm into this universe no matter what they do.
I mean, honestly, I've been to pretty much everything, no matter what. You know, even when I've seen issues, I didn't really like the way the nun connected, because that person that the nun possessed afterwards was like, why is she putting up such a big fight if she can just still exist? And then that guy that supposedly ends up now in the when they bring him to the Conjuring universe, and you see that family, that old video in the first Conjuring where they were showing the footage of them exercising him, that was like 30 years later, but he didn't age, so it didn't really tie in 100%. I mean, I get what they were doing, but it was like they weren't really messing with the proper timelines. But I'll still go see whatever comes from this universe. So
Yeah,
I feel you now.
they're becoming very loose ties between the movie
Right.
at this point.
Yeah, nobody's really
Sort of like
nobody's
the
really
Marvel
cared.
universe, but
Yeah.
we're all just accepting it because
Just accepting
it
the
works.
things that they're overlooking
Yeah.
because it works.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that works for me.
You
Did
can
you?
explain it away with ghosts or magic
Yeah,
or something.
it's true.
There, I will say this: in film history, there is a bigger leeway or threshold when it comes to supernatural ghost haunting films versus every other genre. We let a lot of shit slide in
Yep.
this genre, just so we can
True
be
that.
scared.
We come prepared with that
To
so
let a lot of
that
shit
we can
slide.
let a lot of that slide and be like, you know what, I'm going to stay completely open to this. But
Okay, well, let me get you guys a rating out of 10. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see this movie, so my rating is not. I'm not gonna add my number to this. I'm not gonna do that. So basically, out of you two, I need to know. Starting with you, Aaron, what is your rating and why?
Let's say my overall rating 7 or 6.5
Calculator.
with a it could have been 8.5 without that ending.
So the ending, you gotta give me
That ending is what takes it down for me.
7 or 6.5.
7. I'll give it a 7.
7.
Because
Okay.
I liked most of the movie.
Okay. Jessica.
I know. I liked most of the movie too. I really did. I felt like they gave strong performances, the overall story. It was great. But that last ending, like the last 20 minutes of it, was just so upsetting because they had gone with this idea where you were leading up to, okay, this is how it's going to go. There's and I'm sorry, this is a spoiler. There's a reason why she's grabbing onto these necklaces and connecting to this mom, to the spirit. And then they completely went AWOL with that. They just dropped it and then took another like easy approach to kill this demon woman with a cross.
Okay.
Like out of nowhere.
You know, honestly, this
You
review
can't
wasn't
just
really
kill
spoiled.
ghosts with crosses, people.
Yeah.
Don't use a cross to kill a ghost, it won't work.
It just doesn't work. Sorry. I've seen too many horror films.
Clearly vampires.
Get your facts straight.
It's your facts straight, even though they're not facts. None of this has been proven, at least not to our knowledge.
In
But
this
yeah,
universe,
get your facts straight.
you cannot kill a demon with a cross.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Also, this demon has been around for 200 years.
For 200
Why
years?
didn't anyone think of that before now?
I mean, the preacher who clearly got Annabelle, that was the connection. He didn't think about killing this woman with a cross. Okay.
No, I feel you on that. That's definitely a weakness.
It is a weakness. It was very weak writing right there. So I wanted to give it a 7, but because of that weak ending, I think I have to give it a 6.
Ooh. All right, so you give it a 6, and I don't have a rating, so that brings it to a 6.5. 6.5 movie lingo rating for.
Is she coming?
The Curse of La Llorona.
Look at you saying that shit all
She's the only one who
correctly.
knows
She's
how
the
to say
only
it.
one that knows
I've
how
been
to
saying it all night. Y'all have been questioning me, but that is the correct
That is
title.
the correct title. Yep, I believe if you weren't drinking, though, you would have messed it up. I'm not gonna
Well,
lie to
you mean vodka? Vodka brings out the best in me.
All right, that's cool. So 6.5 movie lingo rating. If you guys have a difference of opinion, let us know in the comments. You guys have anything else, any input, anything else you want to add?
I mean, y'all go rent it, watch it at home. It's a good scare. You'll be freaked out.
And don't kill your babies.
Yeah.
Yes, please
Yeah,
don't
be
kill
good
your
moms.
babies. Be good
or,
moms.
Or don't have kids if you don't want them.
Yeah, there's 2 choices.
Man, those are good choices too. All right, thank you for joining us for another movie lingo discussion. I'm Eddie Lingo,
I'm Jessica Tripp.
Aaron Michael.
and we'll see you on the next one.
The Curse of La Llorona.